great song. These boys make a great party.
Wait, can you guys turn it down?
What?
Can you turn it down?
Yeah.
Thank you. Your music's a little too loud for after quiet hours, which start at 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and midnight on Friday and Saturday. So I'm going to need to see your student IDs so that I can document the situation.
Okay.
Thank you. Have you been drinking? Your breath kind of smells like alcohol.
Yes.
Do you have any alcohol here? Can you get it out? Okay, I'm going to need to see both of your driver's licenses so that I can verify your age.
The cider's mine. She didn't even know about it. She wasn't drinking at all.
I'll make a note of that in the report, but I still need to verify your age.
I'm sorry, girl. Whatever.
Thanks. Okay. Although you're both over the age of 21, you're still not allowed to have alcohol on campus. So, Melinda, I'm going to need you to bring the bottles and come with me to dump them down the sink. This way, if you could just take the lids off and dump them right down the sink. Okay, now I need you to grab the bottles and we're gonna go throw them out in the dumpster.
What's gonna happen now? Are we, like, in trouble?
Well, I'm going to send this information to Gary Phillips, who's the residence director of this building. He'll probably email you in a couple of days about setting up a meeting with him, and then you'll be able to kind of explain the situation. Did either of you have any other questions about the alcohol policy or the quiet hours policy?
No.
All right. Thank you for your cooperation, and have a good night.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi.
We have a meeting with you right now.
Come on in, close the door, and have a seat. Alright, just to be clear, this is in relation to the quiet hours and alcohol incident that occurred the other night. Just to make sure I have everything straight, you're Melinda and you're Caitlin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. Here's how this works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the report I received to you. Once I'm done with that, you're going to have the chance to tell me if there's anything you want to add to the report, anything you think is incorrect, and just kind of give me your side of the story.
Okay.
So, first things first, reading the report.
Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well.
Is there anything you feel needs to be added to that, or anything you want to tell me about that situation?
Nope, that's pretty correct.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
Okay, well, in that case, this is basically two incidents. It's a quiet hours violation and it's an alcohol violation. Since in this report, Melinda, you said that the alcohol was yours, and specifically that Caitlin didn't know it was there, didn't know you had brought it back, hadn't been drinking. That's kind of the key thing in our process, whether or not you knew something was going on. So I'm going to address the quiet hours with both of you, and then Melinda, you and I can talk about the alcohol violation. As far as the quiet hours go, since neither of you have been in trouble for quiet hours before, you're going to receive what's called a notice of policy of violation, which is essentially a written warning that I send out to people via email. Look for it in your email sometime within the next couple of days. Any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, Caitlin, you can actually go while I talk to Melinda about the alcohol situation.
Okay.
As far as the alcohol violation goes, The report indicates that you were very cooperative, that you claimed ownership of the alcohol, and that's really the best way to handle a situation like this. It makes it much more straightforward. This is your first violation. You're over 21, so this is essentially your first strike on the classic kind of 3-strike system. What's going to happen is, after this meeting, I'm going to send you a letter via email with some contact information for Ryan Barfus at the Student Wellness Center. You're going to need to use that contact information to set up a meeting with him sometime within the next 2 weeks. Go attend that meeting, and he's going to ask you some questions about alcohol use and substance abuse in general. Once you've been to that meeting, then have him sign that letter that I gave you, and you're going to give it back to me so that I know you've done that. Additionally, I would like you to contact the RA for your floor and work with them on making next month's bulletin board for your floor about the alcohol policy for Utah State and specifically for housing. Once you've done those 2 things, that'll complete the sanctions for this particular incident. Let me be clear though that it goes back to that 3-strike system I mentioned. If it happens again that you're either drunk on campus or bringing alcohol on campus, you can progress to the 2nd and 3rd strike, which involves being put on probation or being removed from residence hall housing. So take it seriously, because it does get progressively more serious with future violations. But do you have any questions about that meeting or the bulletin board right now?
Nope, that sounds pretty straightforward.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you an outcome letter via email. If you have any questions after you receive it, contact me. We can talk again. Thank you for coming in to meet with me, and thank you for being cooperative during this incident as well.
Thank you.
The report that I received says music was playing really loudly yesterday in the basement. I told Caitlin Foster and Melinda Checketts to turn it down. I noticed the smell of alcohol. Melinda had a lot of alcohol in her bag, so I made her dispose of it. Everyone was compliant, no one was underage. Is there anything that you want to add or change about that report?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to address both the quiet hours violation and the alcohol violation. Found with alcohol on campus or under the influence again, you can be placed on probation and eventually asked to leave university housing. Keep an eye out on your email for that outcome letter. It'll have details in it, and if you have any questions once you read anything in there, please contact me.